Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at Hero Card Galaxy. This is a game designed by Nico Carroll. It's part of the Hero Card system from TableStar Games, which you can all read on the box, hopefully. Discover, assimilate, dominate. Cool. So let's just say here, we got 2 players, approximate time of 1 hour, ages 10 and up. On the back you can kind of see up to this picture. Yeah, it's pretty boring box design. This is from 2006. It's fixed card game. It's 2-player hero card game. A lot of the hero card games were pretty cool. It can be expanded to a 3 or 4 player game if you buy another box set of these. So if you have more people that want to play, you can play with more. You just need another box set. It's got the contents on here. Galaxy board, 33 card cult deck, 1 cult figure, 33 card Mechagen deck. I can't pronounce any of this stuff. Let's just open it up and look inside. How about that? Now you can usually find these online fairly cheap. I know I paid more for it, but I think these go for about $6 or $7 nowadays online. Usually you can still find them still sealed too for about $10, I think. But it is as of this recording, obviously, and those prices are always subject to change. So let's see what we got here. There's other hero card games, by the way. There's Cyberspace. There's Shogun. What's the other one? Galaxy. The Crab expansion deck. There's an Egg expansion deck. I don't know what those are because I don't have those. But we do have the one of the other games, which is the Champions of New Olympia, that we're going to look at in another episode. So alright, so what do we got here? We got our rule book. We got this board that's in a little plastic baggie. And then we've got our decks. And we got some little plastic pieces here. See if I can get these out without breaking anything. Alright, so there's a little building thing. Ew, it's sticky, gross. Oh, that really grosses me out. Sticky plastic. Feels like candy got on. Alright, and there's a little spire thing. This is also kind of gooey, sticky for some reason, which I don't want to know. Then we got our deck. We've got some more cards here. And we got this deck, which is just one big deck. Why the other one's so small, I don't know. But that's it. And this is plastic. Nothing underneath. You gotta be careful. Some of these games are sneaky. Like Time Stories, where they hid cards underneath. Yeah, ruined that one for you. That's why I'm not going to show Time Stories on here, I think. Alright, so let's look at our rule book first, like always. It's got the quick start stuff, and then goes through into the core rules, stuff like that. Pretty straightforward. It's a rule book. It's like like what the deck building games are now. This is a little early version of that sort of thing. So it plays with cards, but it has a kind of collectible card game feel, but with a specific deck set. So yeah, but there are expansions for it, so that's kind of cool. But the rule book's in color. It's a little complex, I think, for your average person, so it's probably more for diehard gamers. I think younger people might have a little difficulty with it. It's really not real little kid friendly in my opinion, but it depends on the kids. Let's try and get this plastic open here. My never-ending war with plastic. Don't let your kids put that on their head and breathe. Alright, so there's our card game, our board here. So we've got our Discovery Q3, Discovery Q2, Discovery Q1. Discovery space, discovery space, discovery space, discovery space. That's the entire board. It's exciting. Alright, so we got 3 decks here. One is obviously planets of some kind. I haven't played this in a super long time, so I don't even remember any of this. After a while, a lot of these games kind of blur together. So let's get the board out of the way so it's not obstructing our view. Let's look at these planets first. The cards all have the same backing. So it's the generic hero card backing, so you got to be aware of that. So let's fight with this cellophane now. Alright, there we go. The battle is won, but the war against cellophane never ends. Alright, so this is our planet deck, I think. Alright, there's our reference card. A reference card. Oh, there's our turn order card with movement on it. There's a turn order with victory conditions. That's nice to give you a couple of these. And it says on the back of this one, technology. So obviously these are technology cards. We've got a hyperdrive, hyperdrive, hyperdrive. A lot of diversity here. Look, a hyperdrive. Remote spectroscope. Another remote spectroscope. And we've got reinforcements. We got some more reinforcements. Reinforcements. An orbital minefield. Can't talk. Orbital minefield. Orbital minefield. Orbital bombardment. Wow, I can't talk. Orbital bombardment. I promise English is my first language. Orbital bombardment. Orbital bombardment. A neutrino radar. Neutrino radar. Intercept fighter. Intercept fighter. EMP disruptor. EMP disruptor. Here's a discovery card. These are our planets. So look, there's a planet. Another one. Another one. This one's different. Another one. Another one. Another one. Ooh, that one's pretty. The magma planet. And this one. There's another one. Another one. Another one. Sun looking thing, or yellow. Looks like a jawbreaker. Another one. Oh, there's the first one we had again. And another one. That's that entire deck. So let's get these out of the way. That's our technology cards, our discovery cards, and our turn order cards. Now we've got the factions. So let's start with the Mech again, robotics group here. See if I can open the packaging on this one. Sorry, I know it's boring to watch me open cellophane and try not to use any bad words. Alright, here we go. So we've got interference, interference, dimensional shunt, dimensional shunt, 4D weapon, restricted base attack. Ooh. Another one. We got dimensional shield. Dimensional shield. Dimensional shield. Oh, no, that's a dimensional blade. My bad. Dimensional blade. Warding intelligence. Warding intelligence. Reroute. Another reroute. Calculated impact. Calculated impact. Calculated impact. Another one. Hidden weapon. Hidden weapon. Magnetic deflector. Magnetic deflector. Magnetic deflector. Magnetic deflector. Steel skin. Steel skin. Steel skin. Iron arm saw. Iron arm saw. Iron arm saw. Mech again, dimensional transducer. Mech again, artificial intelligence. And lastly, the robotics card that was on the top. Alright, that's that faction. Now let's look at the Cosmic Cult. Cards are pretty good quality. I'm fairly impressed with that. Like I said, I haven't seen this opened in a few years. The game is 10 years old, so it has held up pretty well. The cellophane definitely held up well. Alright, let's see what we got here. We've got Accelerated Entropy. You'll notice the factions are different colors too. These are greenish, vomity green, and these are kind of an eggshell white. So that's pretty cool, so you know which cards go with which deck. We've got another Accelerated Entropy. Eldritch Illusion. Eldritch Illusion. Another one. Another one. Prismatic Screen. Another one. Another one. Space-Time Curver. Another one. Another one. Arcane Vengeance. Another one. Psychic Purge. Psychic Purge. Zealot's Insight. Invoker Deflector. Another Invoker Deflector. Another one. Another one. Arcane Lore. Or Ancient Lore. Sorry. Is there only one of those? Yeah. Huh. Aeon Beam. Another one. Another one. Another one. Numinous Disruptor. Another one. Mystic Ward. Another Mystic Ward. Cosmic Cult Psychic Prism. Cosmic Cult Holiography. I feel like the word Batman should be at the end of that. If you're old, you got that joke. Cosmic Cult Galactic Cathedral. And that's both the decks. Not a lot of cards there. I think there's 22 per, something like that. I'm not going to count them because watching me count would be boring, and this isn't Sesame Street. Overall, card quality's good. The card stock on the box is pretty good. Pretty impressed overall, I'd say. Oops, put those in the wrong spot. That was smart. But I don't think this is really going to go down well with like younger players. It might be a little too complicated for them, just because there are a lot of rules to it. But it really depends on the kids, honestly. The board does warp over time, so you can expect that there's going to be some warping, and the plastic may even be broken here on some of them. And I think that'd be fairly easy to replicate. It's about 8.5 by 11, so you could probably just copy it or something and use a photocopy of it to play, because the board really doesn't have a lot going on. So, but be aware that these do get screwed up. And the only thing I have really complained about is that these are slimy for some reason. Probably due to age, and it is plastic, and plastic has weird effects over time. So I don't really know what that's all about, and it's pretty freaking gross. But other than that, that's really about all I've got to complain about with this. This is the Hero Card Galaxy. I remember the game was alright, I guess. I haven't played it in probably since it came out, and I'm surprised I found these in my storage stuff, so I'm kind of surprised I still had this, especially one sealed. But this is by TableStar Games. It's part of the Hero Card system. They had a lot of games out, and it's like an early pseudo deck building sort of thing. It's not entirely a fixed deck, I guess, but it kind of is too. So whatever. You can judge for yourself what kind of card game it is. But this is Hero Card Galaxy. There were expansions for it. Supposedly, I don't remember ever seeing them personally, but they're probably out there. They are advertised on the box. And there are other variations. There's the superhero one, which we're going to look at in another episode. And there was a fantasy one as well. So look for those and see what you think. It might be worth checking out if you can find it cheap and complete with a card game like this. You'll really want to make sure that it is complete. That's why I do this show, really, is so you know what to expect in your game. So if it's missing any cards, you're going to have a difficult time replacing one specific card. These were smaller, like TableStar Games is not Hasbro. You're not going to just stumble across pieces usually. So keep that in mind if you're looking for this. Try and find it sealed if you can. If not, make sure it's complete. Watching this, you'll know what's supposed to be in there. So, and we've seen that. So that's what's inside. As always, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you on the next episode.